say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication.
Welcome back to Kinecy. I hope you are well. Do you suffer with sciatica, piriformis syndrome? If you do, this video is going to help you. I'm going to show you a couple of stretches now you can do right now at home, at work. All you need is a decent floor. We're not going to use any tools. That's the beauty about what we're going to do right here. No foam rollers, no resistance bands, just pure body stretching. This is going to help you out. This is how we do. Okay, so before we start these stretches, exercises, I'm actually going to explain the key difference in sciatica and piriformis syndrome. So sciatica, that's that feeling you might get if you're walking for a long time, cramping up in the legs, you get tingling that run down the leg into the toes, cramps in the calves, even the back of the legs, and also you're going to find it even when you walk upstairs. It's that tight pulling feeling, and it's very similar to piriformis syndrome. Piriformis syndrome is the same thing in terms of the pain in the areas that it targets. But piriformis syndrome actually starts in the leg, whereas sciatica starts in the lower part of the back, just beneath the lumbar. So it runs from the spine down towards the leg. Piriformis syndrome is where the muscles themselves, sometimes the sciatic nerve will run through the piriformis muscle, and the piriformis muscle under tension will put the pressure onto the nerve, and that's where you get that sensation running down the leg. So you'll know, because if the pain starts in your lower back, that's sciatica. If it's deep in the buttocks, behind the glutes, that's more than likely going to be piriformis syndrome. But the stretches are near enough the same to relieve that pain, because it is working the sciatic nerve. So the first one we're going to do is our glute stretch. This is an exercise I do throughout the whole channel. Very straightforward as well. We want to lay down onto our backs like this. And say if I have the issue in my left leg, I'm going to bring across my left leg onto my right knee like this. Left leg comes across onto the right knee. My left hand will go through the middle of my legs onto the back of the knee. I interlock the fingers and I stretch back. I just want to hold this position here, and even now like this now, you're going to feel the stretch in the left leg. We can interlock and we can stretch back and hold that position there. So there's a couple of different approaches we can do to this one as well. If you find this is too much, you can take the hands away completely, allow the head to rest down to the floor, hands can come by, just want to raise the right leg off the floor, and even like this now, you're going to get the stretch in the left leg. You just want to hold that position there. And if you feel you can kind of stretch a little bit more, as in it's not too strenuous, we can interlock, bring the head all the way down to the floor, and then really try and raise those glutes off the mat. And again, you're going to feel the stretch in the left leg. So if the sciatic nerves are playing up in your left leg comes across. If you have sciatica in the right leg comes across. Right leg is here, right hand through the middle, onto the back of the left knee, interlocked, and I'm stretching back. Second stretch, I'm like this. Again, if I have the stretch there, the pull in my left leg, I want to raise my left leg off the floor and I want to cross it over to my right hand, and I hold here. So I have my arms by my sides, about shoulder width apart. My left leg has come across, it's nice and flush to the floor. My right leg is resting to the mat, and I can hold here. And I can even bring the body down a bit more, and I'll get that stretch in the left leg. So if I'm facing you now, same leg, there's my press up position. My left foot will come across, comes down to the floor, and I hold here. So see how this is nice and flush, even the glutes down to the mat. My leg is nice and flush to the back, arms are here, and again I can bend at the elbows, and about this point here I've got a real good stretch going on with the left leg, and I can hold. And I can bring the body up, and I'm back again. Placing the hands underneath the legs, I want to make sure my arms are nice and straight, legs and back, and then from here I bend at my elbows, head's going to go towards the knees, and there's my stretch. And again, in this point here, you're going to get stretch in your lower back as well as the legs. Good hamstring stretch and calves, just holding that position there. And we're back. So that is 3 exercises you can try at home on the floor. You don't need any equipment. Very good for piriformis syndrome and sciatica. And again, just work to your own limit. The problem with the nerves is it can take a lot of time to re-stretch out those nerves. And the best way of explaining how the nerves work are when you have sciatica, it's almost like the nerve itself has come out the sheath. So if you imagine like a wire in a plug, you have the plastic cable and the wires within the center. That plastic sheath comes back, exposing the wire. That's like a nerve. What we've got to try and do is get that nerve which is exposed back into its sheath, and by doing that we have to stretch out those muscles and those nerves so they can come back together. It's like a constriction retraction method, and it does work, but it takes lots of practice. And again, sometimes the best thing to do is completely relax. And if you're having issues, say putting your foot in the clutch when you drive a car or walking up the stairs, it might sometimes be best just to relax for a few weeks and then try some stretches. But even if you work with a cold compress on the glutes, that will help, and the lower back, that should work. Thank you very much for watching. I have one dog here, I have the other dog over there. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you for my next video very soon. Have a fantastic day. Take care.